Your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be your review for Pokémon Journeys Episode 64, The Detested Absol. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, before we proceed, I need to add a little disclaimer here in this video. This episode and the events that took place in it may or may not have upset some people and ruffled some feathers in the Anippo community. I just want to make it very, very clear to please be respectful of each other's opinions. I will respect your opinions as long as you respect mine, and we keep it 100, we keep it respectful, and I am more than willing to hear out what it is you guys have to say, but please keep it respectful with each other, and don't rip each other apart in the comments if you happen to disagree with one's opinions. With that being said, let's get underway with the meat of the video. So the episode starts off with Ash and Goh getting a research request from Hodge in regards to why the water stopped flowing at his uncle's hot springs, and of course the townspeople suspect that Absol is the reason for this catastrophe. So the boys set off to the Hoenn Region, aka my favorite region in the games. We arrive at Lavaridge Town in the Hoenn Region, and we see Hodge with his Hariyama, and good old Hodge ends up being clumsy by trying to shake the hand of Grookey while he's still sitting on top of Hariyama, only for him to faceplant himself, but dust himself off and be like, oh, it's no big deal. Same old Hodge, same old badass. We also come to find out that the water stoppage at the hot springs is causing more problems than what we initially believed, because the businesses in Lavaridge Town have also closed down, seeing how the hot springs are one of the biggest tourist attractions for the town. And with all that on the table, the villagers are not happy about this, especially Hodge's uncle, as they assemble together and threaten to take down Absol and capture it. However, I think we could put two and two together before even dissecting this episode even further, that Absol is most likely not to blame here, and we also understand that Absol isn't necessarily the bringer of disaster. However, its appearance is a warning of an oncoming disaster. So Detectives Ash and Goh are now on the case, and we end up running into our good friend Absol the first time around. And I have to say, that Absol must be a lumberjack in disguise, because slicing down them trees is an absolute breeze for that Absol. But as a result of that encounter, we have Ash and Goh trying to find another way to traverse up Mount Chimney, and we end up coming across an area that is covered in snow and ice. And that right there is the result of a Glalie family that decided to make home out of part of Mount Chimney, but because of their presence, because of what they did to freeze that part of the mountain, not only was that the cause of the water stoppage for the hot springs, but now an even greater predicament could potentially happen, because the reason why the Absol is so protective of the Glalie family is because if the ice was to melt all of a sudden, that right there would cause an eruption of Mount Chimney, and I think you can put two and two together because, well, Mount Chimney erupting would be bad news bears for Lavaridge Town. So the boys had to kick it up a notch, and sure enough, we end up getting to the top of Mount Chimney, and with the combination of Absol as well as Pikachu and Cinderace, they managed to break the rock, and the reason for that is so that it would allow for the steam to vent, and they succeed in doing so. However, the blast of steam ends up sending Absol flying into trouble, but Goh ends up throwing a Pokeball at Absol, catches it in order to rescue it, and this right here is already giving me Suicune vibes. Now, once the steam settles in this conflict, we end up seeing Goh trying to release Absol, but as it turns out, Absol wanted to stay with Goh, and this right here absolutely blew my mind. We'll get into that in a little bit here, but the episode ends off with everyone relaxing in the hot springs, and everything seems to be all hunky-dory and back to normal, at least as far as this scenario goes. Wait, no, don't tell me he's trying to shake his hand when he's all the way up there. This is just like in the previous episode, I think. Oh, And Grookey just pulled him off of, the top of Hariyama. Hodge hasn't changed, I see. That didn't hurt, not one bit. And of course he combs out the usual hairstyle he's got. Oh shit, there's Absol already. Oh god. It is just chopping down those trees. Absol the freaking lumberjack. You just need to have a flannel piece of clothing on that Absol and it could pass for a lumberjack. Poor little Grookey fainted. We got little Pikachu. Oh, they're sliding down the mountain? Wow. It all looks snowed in and frozen. I'm telling you now, this has to be the work of the Glalie. Uh-oh, Trapinch is cold. So I guess the underground is frozen? The hell? So this is a deep freeze issue. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Absol. Yep. Absol is protecting them. Okay, what's Absol planning on doing next? Headbutted the rock, and it got demolished. And, whoa, Go's throwing a Pokemon. Go just threw a Pokeball at Absol? I mean, Absol just got blown away by the steam, but excuse me? What in the hell? What in the hell? Absol got caught by Go? So it was a catch and release? Like, did he catch Absol to rescue it and now he's gonna release? Wait, it's returning in the ball? Absol would rather go with Go. Okay, wow. Well, at least the water's all back. Cinderace, a fire type, is in the hot springs. So we got the Ice Bucket Challenge now in Pokemon Journeys. Now, as far as my ratings and opinions on this episode, I'm gonna give this episode a 6.5 out of 10. It wasn't a bad episode, and I really did appreciate the return of Hodge. I really enjoy his character. However, I am subtracting points for the following reasons. The biggest reason of which actually comes in the form of how Absol was caught. I was honestly not expecting Go to get Absol, and I had even discussed in a previous video why Hodge should have gotten that Absol, because it would have furthered his character, added more firepower onto his team, and it would have made Hodge a more formidable rival for Ash, hoping that they would have a rematch in the future of Pokemon Journeys, perhaps in the Pokemon World Championships, but we end up seeing Go getting that Absol, and the way that this situation unfolded was very reminiscent of episode 53 with the Suicune episode. Both Pokemon were caught in a last-ditch effort to rescue said Pokemon, and Go had attempted to release both of those Pokemon, but they end up going back to Go. Now, unlike Absol, Suicune actually made a bit more sense, and the reason I say that is because in episode 53, we actually seen Go to great lengths in order to earn Suicune's trust and build a bond, but in this episode, we didn't get anything of the sort, hardly ever. It felt very forced and rehashed, and I didn't exactly like the way it played out. It left a pretty bad taste in my mouth, if I'm going to be honest. Now, of course, this is just my own opinions, and if you disagree with them, that is 100% okay. I am 100% okay. Whether you agree or disagree, it's fine. Just if you guys do happen to have an opinion that differs from one another, like I said at the beginning of the video, please respect each other in the comments. I don't want to see people tearing each other apart when it comes to commenting their thoughts on the events of this episode. And ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said, that's going to be a wrap up here for this video. So I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and most importantly, guys, smash it up in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Always have, always will. That ain't ever gonna change, baby. You can believe that. Woo! So thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day or night, depending on your time zone. And as always, ya boy, we'll see you guys in the next one.